Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The man with the deep voice is right here with you, and we are now in we are right here directed into the second map between Attax and Nemiga. And Nemiga, starting on the CT side, is Lollipop that is opening things up. Attax, yeah, well, they're using a standing here tonight, and they have to do everything in their power to, to reverse the prior result, the previous result on Nuke, where they were dismantled 16-3. And we are now on their map pick. Vertigo, Crystal, with the rest of the squad, didn't manage to plant the bomb. And we do know it as well that the CTs, they are trying now to get information on whereabouts where the opponents are at. And Lollipop, takes one more down. It's up to Crystal, but Crystal and Crimbo, they were right after the clock, they were annihilated, and that gives Nemiga the pistol round. Well, actually, after they have defused the bomb, Attax, even though they did lose the round, they can now manage to buy up, and that is something that they will do immediately. So, an AK, Galil, Scout, and two Deagles are here. And they have to mark their territory. And with that being said, territory-wise, Attax, they have to, just shake their heads a bit after that massive defeat on Nuke, having only for them, fought their way through, only managed to get 3 rounds in total. So vital points are at stake here in the Esea Premier in this Group B. And Box being tagged through the sandbags, and that is the opening for Attax. Panics, removed Box, and with the first frag, it can definitely need Attax now to continue on their path towards the B bomb site, the A bomb site. Lollipop takes down Pro Zeus. So it's now a 4-4 situation with a flashbang above, and it gives a lot of space though to MDS, and MDS just standing there. And now it is up to Skrunk though in a 1-on-2 situation, but Jo, he just says no. Skrunk will not be allowed to the bomb site, and that gives Nemiga yet another round. So the 4-spy failed miserably for Attax, even though they did manage to get 3 frags out of it. Still leaves with a poor taste in their mouths. And now Nemiga, they can definitely have some fun in this round. No SMGs has been bought, so they have definitely considered every single possibilities. And Attax, some few P250 buys in a Deagle. Their mission is to try and overtake that A bomb site, getting a bomb down, and grabbing on to those extra $800 per player. It's going to be a difficult one though, because Box, he's hiding over at headshot. The headshot position is actually pretty decent in against eco rounds. So seeing MDS in middle, but it's going to we're going to concentrate our attention towards A, where Lollipop and Box still remains with Speedak. So it's a 3-man. Actually, sorry about that. I have no idea why we are watching MDS all the time in middle, because it's going to happen over at A. So Lollipop throwing Molotov over at ramp. Oh, it's just because the MDS is rotating around. So having him rotated close to A. So, and quite a quirky little sprint, and down goes the chimney for Attax, and Nemiga, losing 1 man to that wicked run boost Attax that just made for themselves. So that is something that we can definitely laugh with everybody else. So now it's all or nothing. Attax, their first gun round here in the T side. Pro Zeus leading the attack down at ramp. Lolly, in the meantime, Box well, did not box himself in, and, well, tries to get rid of Prosus, but Prosus did actually manage to survive the first wave. And the second wave commences. Prosus stands at 30 HP, but he has still made his way to Scaffold. With that Scaffold position intact, he can actually move up towards lane and take control of that. So, yeah, definitely a worrying part for Nemiga, because yet they have seized control. And Spinac being boosted up. It seemed like, yeah, no, it was Box who was boosted up by Spinac up towards the boost. So MDS just watching over middle. In a critical round now of Volta attacks Panics. Yeah, searching and takes down Box. So a couple of utility being used by Nemiga to throw some shade at Volta attacks. Skrunk searching for the bomb. So they can now proceed to the bomb site, which is going to be quite difficult because MDS, he's standing in one of his favorite positions over at lane, and that spray from Crystal. Yeah, he's trying his best though to see if he can locate any of the Nemiga players. And now a couple of flashbangs comes up, and MDS tries his best though, but Crimbo stood by and took down MDS. So Panics standing up top of sandbags, takes down Spinac, and also attacks, looking to a very, very critical round. So they can take home. Still 5 men intact. That's going to give some optimism on the German side. Jo, yeah, lurking around in middle and having his attention being drawn to the T spawn. But a good round by Bolton Attacks collectively, and did not take any unwanted chances. Took everything away, and now they have taken everything away. Prosus takes down Jo in the end. But yeah, speaking about the previous round, they did not at any point risk the round, but they took some decisions. Well, they made one big decision of just saying, okay, well, we've taken some, well, actually have taken some players away and hope for the best. And now Nemiga is in trouble economy-wise. MDS trying to see if he can get any more information from that. And the spray from Crystal. A 4K. And MDS is all what's standing between him and Alternate Attacks side. And there it is. Alternate Attacks grabbing the second round in a row. And Crystal with 4 frags. So he can, yeah, definitely happy with that. So 4 kills. The Eco Meister. And Nemiga, they can finally repurchase once again. Op is back on Spinac. And the rest is here for Nemiga to see if they can get control over the game again. But then Prosus and Panics down in ramp. They're doing some incredible work now. But Spinac answers back though with a frag on Panics. So it's a 4-on-3 situation. While in the meantime, also Attacks, they have found a route towards B, but it's going to be a problem though because Jo finds out that Skrunk, he was actually about to overtake the bomb site. So it's going to be quite a different story now. Box, he has already entered the B bomb site. He's going to help Jo securing the bomb site. It's going to be a difficult one now. Karimbo, yep, just passing through, and yeah, takes down Spinac through that smoke. Now it's up to Boxto in a 1-on-2 situation. He takes Crystal down to 33 HP. Crystal, with that massive amount of experience, he needs to do everything away from the book. He needs to just throw it out a window, and let's just see now, Crystal, he's just standing by and takes down Box. And again, what a big round for Volta Attacks. It was costly, but it did manage to pull it through. And yeah, the third round secured for Volta Attacks, the third round in a row. Nemiga, well, it's going to be kind of a safe round. Definitely not going to toss it away at any point. 2 P250s, 2 Deagles, a smoke on Box, And MDS, he's just searching for blood, and Skrunk though goes for that repeat, going to cost him dearly. So picking up an AK and some small utility. Just down on the ground. And it seems like it also attacks. They really want to take some control on the map. But when you do not hit those shots and you have MDS on your side, it's going to be quite difficult, but not difficult enough. Panics. Evens things up. So after that shot, they are now trying to shove it in Nemiga's faces here. But Nemiga, they have other plans. Spinak, with that USP, it should definitely be the kill. But whoa, what's going on? Crystal being shot to pieces by a USP. But Crystal, yeah, well, he did take revenge. So it's a 3-on-3 situation. MDS still with an AK in hand. And Lollipop, yeah, he wants to search for some kind of weapon. It's not going to happen. Crimbo being tagged down to 7 HP. But in the meantime, Jo, he just comes out from lane, takes down 2, and now it's up to Prosus in a 1-on-2 situation. And Jo, he's just doing an amazing job. And MDS, he's just standing by over at A, and Jo just doing the job correctly after the book. And that is the 3rd frag for Jo and the 4th round for Nemiga. Also attacks. They looked fairly stable, but just one branch was taken out of the house that they had built with, and yeah, completely was destroyed. So yeah, burning down the house. Also attacks. They want to rebuild it once again, and they have the same amount of rounds that they managed to get in the entire map on Nuke. So this could definitely be new things though. Box. Oh, what is this? Oh my god, did I see him? I just saw him. Just saw him in the last second. Well, he did hear there was some trampling somewhere. Oh, Jay. Oh my. What is this? This is so unfortunate for Crimbo. And he was just thinking, well, this is my chance now. And Crystal attacking Spinak down to 39 HP. And yeah, he's just jumping and gunning. Lollipop. Yeah, just shoving in the faces of also attacks. MDS, yeah, he wants to play around as well. And I guess Nemiga, the 2nd round in a row. Chaotic is definitely the best word being added to this game so far. Purchases all around for also attacks. Seeing Skrunk with a P250 only, or maybe he cannot ask for a weapon. It's a tough time. It's a very tough time for alternate attacks. Box shooting some bullets. What? Oh my god. Box just destroying Crystal while Crystal he was trying to advance to Scaffold, but he was denied entry. So a 5-on-4 situation for the CT side. Also attack struggling right now. Spinak. He's in position in lane, and that lane position, and he managed to take down Skrunk while he was completely blinded. And Panics, yep, just spotted Box right underneath the sandbags. And Box, he needs to get away, and there's the escape plan. Didn't actually manage to just go as far as he could. After he did manage to take down Prosus, but it is still a man advantage for Nemiga. Even though the round, as chaotic as it is, it's up to Panics and Crimbo. The suicide bins some months ago. Oh, Crimbo, did he see Geo? Did he not see him? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I did believe that Crimbo he did actually spot Geo, but that was not the case. Panics in a 1-on-3 situation. And again, I cannot stress how important these rounds are for the T side. And Panics tries his best. 17 seconds left. Couple of steps. Yeah, that lures Panics into the trap, and Lollipop takes him down. So the 3rd round in a row for Nemiga, and let's just check out the stats. So the stats are, as we are seeing so far, Jo, 9 frags and 3 deaths. Following it is Lollipop with 8 frags and 5 deaths. For also attacks, it's Crystal with 8 frags and 6 deaths. And Panics and Crimbo sharing the second place for frags with 6 frags and 7 deaths. It's not all about the frags. It's all about teamwork and unfortunate things that happened for alternate attacks. I did see a post from a news source that it was due to some private things or something that Stefan he could not attend the game. So yeah, cannot say anything more about that. Well, internet issues is the best thing to say right now. So yeah, internet could definitely be a bummer if that doesn't work out. Something that has worked out for Prosos is that opening frag in middle. They are trying to gather themselves, and they will now rush, or actually not rush, but take some steps. Well, speaking about taking some steps, Box did hear something right underneath him. So that is why the MDS being told to rotate close to A. That Molotov is going to give some space, but the space is definitely being divided just a bit. Though Prosus dealing some damage left and right, but the damage, even though he was being dealt to the opposition side, Box though he is just prepared to deal some hurt, though some world of hurt, and there it is. The round yet again goes to Nemiga, seeing themselves being more stable on the CT side. Also Attax, well, not having purchased that much in the previous round, they definitely delighted that they have more than enough money to spend on here in this round, because they need these T rounds, but they do not have to stress themselves. Take one step at a time, spread out the map, and hopefully some of the Nemiga players will be more than happy to be very aggressive. That's something that we have seen right now by the fact for Spinak, and Spinak with that all. He is quick on the trigger. And do I see a double stack in mid? That's actually a double stack. And yep, Lollipop. This should definitely be. Yep, there it is. Skrunk though did manage to figure it out. So Lollipop and MDS down in middle. So a bit more room for also Attax now to to spread out, and that's going to give them even more space though. And Spinak being tackled by Prosus, and it is now Box and Jo standing in headshot, waiting for the opportunity that the smoke will disappear. But the secondary smoke has been delivered, and Skrunk though standing down in ramp, waiting for the opponents, and there it is. Box being shut down. What a great round by Skrunk. So Skrunk though settled himself in, being the nuisance that he wished that he was back in Nuke. But now he could definitely say to himself, okay, right, now I can actually shoot someone. And, well, yeah, helping my team. So, speaking about helping the team, Karimbo shutting down the last opponent, and that gives also Attax their 4th round on the T side. And that's after they have lost 4 consecutive rounds in a row. Did manage to plant in some of the rounds. So, some stable economy. And now they have to string some rounds together, so they can use Nemiga's own weapon against them. The money game. So Skrunk being tagged in the first couple of seconds of the round, after a little grenade being visited. And well, Crystal, talking about visitation, Crystal he just bounces up to the bomb site and destroys some people. What was that though? Speedak with a double. So just straight back into alternate Attax's faces. Crystal and Persus being completely destroyed. And now it's a 3-on-3 situation. Alternate Attax, it looked so well. The sun was shining above them. And now let's just see now. Attax missing that shot. Crimbo now, he is moving into a kill zone position, and Speedak, yep, he's just watching that smoke. Speedak and Jo taking a couple of kills, and there it is, Jo with the last kill. Alternate Attax were just dismantled. completely. And it just looks so great. When Crystal, he just moved up from ramp after getting that first kill and just destroying one more of the defenders, but then Speedak, he just came out, he just positioned himself and managed to get a double kill with that AWP. And just settling the scene completely for Nemiga. Also Attax right back at it, having major issues on their T side. There's just not that much to actually add. Also Attax in some deep trouble. Sitting in top 4 currently with 9 points. And Nemiga, they need 8 more rounds to secure 3 vital points so they can move away from underneath top 4. Let's just see now how this can actually pan out for, or if this can actually pan out for Alternative Attacks. Let's just see now. Attax being the first one to engage and giving that first frag and getting the second one. And yeah, Lollipop is still alive, still kicking with that AUG. But MDS, he's also been a massive threat to Alternate Attack. Let's just see now. Lollipop. Oh, he dropped down just in the last second. Let's just see what MDS he wants to do here over at lane. So asking for a flashbang, that will definitely get him getting into a better position. It's still man advantage for Alternate Attack. Well, speaking about that, Alternate Attacks, even though they were eliminated one more, and there it is, J.O. being the last one alive with an AUG in his hands. But in a 1-on-3 situation, Alternate Attacks, yeah, well, moving slowly over to the bomb site so they can plant the bomb, securing just a bit of money, and J.O., yeah, he's not moving a muscle from ladder room. So that gives a little brief of hope for Alternate Attacks moving into the next round. And yeah, well, 5 rounds on the T side on Vertigo, that's actually pretty okay. When you see other matches go like, well, 10 or 11 rounds to the CT side, then the T side will definitely struggle. But this is Alternate Attacks' map pick. And I'm not surprised. I am definitely curious about what Alternate Attacks will do in the next couple of rounds, because they definitely need, yeah, well, a 6th and a 7th round. They definitely need that, so they can definitely well, compress the whole situation. Definitely trying to study what Nemiga is going to do. And Nemiga, yeah, they're just going to express themselves now. A double up setup on the CT side, and this is a sign from Nemiga that they want to shut this down so well as quickly as they can. But for safety, oh, no mind. Lollipop did not manage that smoke that well. So he threw it just over the building. Well, actually, basically over the edge. This is not going to change that much for Nemiga. Still having 3 people over at A. And then the sole anchor, it is J.O. with an AWP in hand, and also attacks all over the place. And I would definitely say to Nemiga, well, not go after that bomb. Well, not go after the B bomb site. Just save your weapons and hope for the best that no one from Alternate Attacks, they will hunt for you. And yeah, they have already set to be between each other. Well, we cannot do anything about it. Let's just save the weapons and hope for the best. And for the next round, we will come out way stronger. Alternate Attacks, well, for the time being, they are actually searching for them. It's going to be an issue. Well, for Lollipop, yep, he's baiting for MDS. Well, the problem is that MDS, and that, well, not the problem actually. Some great damage has been dealt all around. And Speedak, yep, he's sitting in lane, taking down Prosos, which seemed like a very stable round from Alternate Attacks. Well, the second round in a row, it's all good and all that, but they lost 4 people in the process of hunting for weapons. They do have money to repurchase, but Crimbo, he will just... Nah, it doesn't even matter though. They managed to grab an AK. So it's all good. It's all good for alternate attacks, and then this is also the last round for the halftime switch. Prosus spraying that smoke in ramp. Box sitting in the in the direction of scaffold, and Crystal did manage to refrag. So the aggressive nature is still there from Nemiga, and if they can continue doing this in this last round, it will be quite problematic for alternate attacks. But they are just taking it one step at a time. There's no need to rush anything. They have to see some kind of a reaction from Nemiga. And that reaction is going to require that J.O. he'll be the first one to take contact from the B-bomb site. That's just from the backside of B. Let's just see now. Spinac though, prepare with that AWP. Takes down Crystal. And they know there's an AWP on B, but they have no idea if J.O. is still there. So it is a man advantage for Nemiga. Also attacks securing themselves with a smoke lineup. Lollipop takes down Crimbo. So Spinac, he also chimes in. Now it's up to Skrunk. But Skrunk being eliminated by MDS. So that gives Nemiga the 9th round on the board. So we will now see them on the T side and also attacks on the CT side. Oh, give me just 1 second, guys. Just wanting to give a quick shout out to you guys who are watching here tonight. I do really appreciate that you guys have tuned in here for this game from Esea and Premiere. I can see there is a lot going on here tonight. So yeah, I appreciate you all who have tuned in. And if you haven't done so, please follow Esea on Twitter, which is just esea.com, which is just twitter.com/Esea. Or if you want to follow Esea on Twitch, it is just the same thing. Just search for Esea in the search bar, and you will find them at the top of the searching. If you haven't done it, please do so. They are responsible for all of this happening. And yeah, that was just my 5 cents. So with Group B, and these two teams in the group, it's also Attax having 9 points, and Nemiga on 6 points. And a best of 3, like in this setting, as we're currently involved in, is definitely something that Nemiga, they have to take advantage of. That also Attax out of nowhere, they needed to bring in a stand-in, and which we saw on Nuke. How far it can go down in the rabbit hole for alternate attacks. Now they have to show something different now. They have to blast Nemiga out of their comfort zone. I'm definitely looking forward to what Nemiga has in store for us on the T side. Due to the fact that this is their map pick, this is their choice, and yeah, speaking about choices, there's the choice here for Nemiga, and they're just rushing up to ramp, and there's actually no one hiding over at sandbags. Well, yeah, a grenade, but it's going to be a retake situation for alternate attacks. Completely misread the situation. Let's just see now from Panics. Panics just standing by. Was not enough though. J.O. and MDS with a frag each though, and Lollipop just pops out with 2 frags, and it's not going to be a third though. Now so the Prosus don't stand in, and for a 1-on-3 situation, it's now up to Box though in a 1-on-1 situation with Prosus, and yeah, Prosus, he's just stinging the bomb. Oh my God, Box, he's not going to make it, and there it is, Prosus. What an amazing clutch though. Yeah. Does not manage though to get that last kill, but from a 1-on-3 situation, takes down 2 opponents, and then just sitting down and yeah, defusing the bomb in front of his opponent. There's just disrespect. Actually, that's just like a teabag. Well, not like a teabag, but it's definitely very, very ballsy to do. And ballsy plays. There's something that I live by here on this stream. Great plays. And now Box trying to seek for revenge. So with the first pick, it's now a 4-on-4 situation. Jo, yeah, walking across lane. Speedak being attacked down by that grenade, and well for Lollipop, he's also just walking up, actually running up to the bomb site. Lollipop takes down Prosus. That is just the worst kind of way to go down. It's up to Crystal and Crimpo, and Crystal, he's in the middle of it all. He's just being shot left and right. Crimpo, well, that was a smoke right in front of him. So it's a 4-on-2 situation for Nemiga. And they are not hesitant at all. They do not need to pressure the issue. As all alternate attacks, they have to do something magical here. Crystal with a smoke in hand, but he is being tagged down to 23 HP, being hunted down by MDS. So Crimbo in a 1-on-4 situation. Nemiga, they are really happy with this, getting that bomb down, and also getting the entry. And MDS, yeah, well, shoved it in Crimbo's face, and that gives Nemiga the force by win. And also Attacks, yeah, they're in a situation right now that they have to purchase in this round, or they can, well, they do not need to save up, because they are still, have entered a two-round eco, even whatever they're going to do. So pistol buy here. And also Attacks, they have actually opted to stick 3 people up in A. So positioning wise, it's actually pretty good. Seeing it more and more of on the amount of matches that I have commentated so far here on Vertigo. Jo waiting for any solutions, and the solution is going to be him now. Dragging into a long haul though, but that's not going to happen. Prosus picking up that AK, and then Panics, he just rushes over towards Box. And Lollipop, yeah, he's just popping shots though, left and right. That's going to be a triple for him. Crystal, yeah, he is also just jumping out on top of boxes. It's a 2-on-2 situation. They do know where he is about. And MDS though being smashed to pieces, and this can actually be a horrific round for Nemiga. But Lollipop though, he's out, and he wants to do anything in his power to grab that ace. But Crimbo, he knows what this all about, and there it is, Crimbo shutting it down. Lollipop, yeah, that round was just destined for him to grab that ace, but it's not going to be. And also Attacks, just shooting right back at Nemiga. A big round for also Attacks. If they can get this round win, they will be tied up with Nemiga before Nemiga even can buy up again. And Nemiga might have the solution for that. So MDS and some utility being thrown over to the B bomb site. Some anti-Molotov, and Panics just sits down and sprays. Couple of shots here and there, and Panics down to 13 HP. In the meantime, Speedak, he is alone in the B bomb site. He's trying to rotate around. There's a rotation. There's a couple of shots in, but it's not going to happen. Crystal shuts him down, and survivability is at their highest now for alternate attacks. It's going to be a bombardment from this time on. So the second round in a row for alternate attacks. Nemiga, they are buying, well, they have bought an AK. So this could be the lucky AK that can open things up for Nemiga in this round. They have to figure out on how they can open up, and Speedak takes down Scrunk, and he actually managed to get away from that position. Oh, as it did seem like that, Jo. Yep, he threw a Tech 9 at him. So Jo will be the one who will be assisting with that AK, and Prosus, yeah, just destroying people down the ramp. Lollipop. It takes a couple of steps and takes down Crimbo. So it's a 3-on-3 situation. And it does seem like that Nemiga, well, their thoughts now is going to be on that on the B-bomb site. And yeah, talking about B-bomb sites, Panics, he can actually, he takes down Lollipop. But in the meantime, Nemiga, they have shown their interest to the B-bomb site. And Box, planting the bomb on default. It's now up to Panics and Prosus to see if they can actually tackle this round into their favor. It's not going to be easy though. Yeah, Box. It's just securing the meantime. Well, actually, the boost in the meantime. MDS watching the back. It's going to be very, very cold though. And now it's up to Prosus, and Prosus managed to do it. And yeah, Prosus once again being one of the heroes for alternate attacks. Even though Nemiga, they did manage to grab onto some kills, and they can keep on the pressure, actually keep pressuring alternate attacks, and altering. Well, actually, wow, that came out really wrong. Alternate attacks now having bought everything that they can. So rifles, the AWP back at Panics. This is a big round. This is a very big round for alternate attacks. If they can take this round, it will definitely be a hurtful thing for Nemiga and Spray from Prosus. So 17 kills so far for the 17-year-old stand-in. Crimbo standing on catwalk, waiting for anything to pass by. And the way that alternate attacks, they have set themselves up with three people over at A, MDS. He's searching for souls on B, but he hasn't yet to find anything at all. And Box trying his best, spraying through scaffold. Did actually manage to hit Prosus in the act. It's still a man advantage for alternate attacks, and that throwaway bomb could actually give a little notice to alternate attacks. Jo. And a flashbang to the bomb site, and Skrunk, he's still hiding over at sandbags, and that's actually a position where Nemiga haven't even caught up yet. This could actually be quite heavy here for alternate attacks. And yep, Panics just doing his thing with that op, and Skrunk, he's still hiding over at sandbags. He has not moved a muscle at all. This is big. This is huge. Skrunk with a double, and now it is Speedak in a 1-on-4 situation. And things are just crumbling down for the Belarus side. The Speedak being shut down by Panics. And that is also attacks with the 11th round. Seems like that things are going way better now for the attack side. Nemiga leading into the round, having purchased a couple of pistols. Not that much of utility. Well, Box have used the single utility that they had. Skrunk, though, he's out for blood, and that's definitely something that is worth mentioning. And he wants to build up that economy. Yeah, building up economy is one of the things that is important for the long haul. 4-on-2 situation now for alternate attacks. Nemiga searching for openings. That opening could definitely be the B-bomb site. The problem is that Crimbo, he's still alive, still kicking. And yeah, Lollipop goes down. That's the 12th round for alternate attacks. They are 4 rounds away from tying up with Nemiga. And we will be, 4 rounds away from seeing Inferno between these two teams. Nemiga still on the server, still trying to tackle alternate attacks. Couple of flashbangs, Panics, right down with everyone. And for Box though, he just runs and sprays, and Speedak tries to see if he can do something about it. It's definitely going to be very, very hard. And Panics and Crimbo with a frag each. And Nemiga does seem like that they Yeah, well, crumpling under pressure. Under pressure. Lollipop. The only man who's left. Nemiga with... Yeah, well... above 1 minute left of the round. This is looking very, very solid for the CT side. If they can keep this up, it will be very difficult for Nemiga to break through the defense. That's something which we haven't seen that much from either Panics or Crimpo. Talking about Nuke, but definitely showing up here on Vertigo. So going through the stats, seeing as Nemiga, they took their map pick Nuke, 16-3, and now also Attax, just 4 rounds away from taking their map pick. Lollipop trying to get away as far away as possible, with 12 seconds left of the round, and yeah, seeing the next round where Nemiga, they have maximum loss bonus. They do not have that much for the next round. So there will be a light buy. Light buy meaning as pistols. Trying to add it up somehow. So yeah, unfortunately for Lollipop, did not receive any loss. Did not receive any money for the losing round. And that is a standard way of playing on the T side. So yet another round for alternate attacks, and Nemiga, they are trying something quite different. Just spreading out over at middle, catching Prosus off guard, and well, not catching him off guard, but catching him on the wrong side of the bed. So it's a 5-on-4 situation. Nemiga, kind of a tricky buy, and Crystal, randomly spraying through that smoke, managed to take down MDS. So it's a 4-on-4 situation. Advantage is still in the high for alternate attacks, and Skrunk though, yeah, well, he's definitely living up to it, and Panics, yeah, so they're standing in lane. It's now a 4-on-2 situation for alternate attacks. Nemiga in deep trouble right now. Box and Speedak. And they have to figure out how on earth they can reach that bomb site, but it's not going to be in the lane way of Panics, and Panics, yeah, just rushes out to ramp, and that gives him the 3rd frag in the round, and also yet another round for alternate attacks. Nemiga 2 rounds away from folding 2 alternate attacks. Still have something to work. They still do have something to work with. So 5 AKs, utility, everything that they need. And Crimbo, yeah, having some joyfulness with that op. So joyfulness is something that Jo still needs. And well, for Skrunk though, he has reinvented himself, and definitely also for the important parts that is currently here in the last couple of rounds that we are going to witness So Jo standing on the outer wall towards A. In the meantime, Crimpo and Crystal stacking up in B. It does seem like that Nemiga, they have chosen their destination, which will be the A bomb site, and well, the A bomb site, and Jo just attacking Skrunk, and with that tag and Prosus being shut down, and yeah, this is just going downhill. Well, Panics did actually manage to to play it off, and the Molotov goes into the bomb site. There's now a 3-on-3 retake situation for alternate attacks. Spinac makes it even worse though for Crystal, but Panics answers back with that shot by his op. It's a 2 Yeah, well, a 2-op retake situation. I don't know how they can actually manage to do that. It's going to be one hell of a round that they have to go through. And well, for MDS takes down Panics, and now it's up to Crimbo in a 1-on-2 situation. The time is still ticking, and Crimbo, yeah, the only thing he can do is to try and save that up, and it gives Nemiga that 11th round on the board. But Crimbo, yeah, does some good work though. Takes one opponent down, and that's going to give a minor headache to Nemiga. Well, Minor and Minor have lost a considerable amount of rounds in a row to alternate attacks. So alternate attacks still alive, still kicking, but a donkey can still kick back. But if they can do that, oh, and Crimbo searches for it, and MDS being the victim. So still the usual double up setup for the attack side. Utility and rotations are coming in. Nemiga taking one step at a time. They know how crucial this round is, because if they lose this round, it will be a bye to Vertigo. Let's just see now how this is going to pan out. It's going to pan out to the way of alternate attacks. Crimbo hitting some dirty shots with that up. It's a 4-on-2 situation for alternate attacks. They have everything in order for them to succeed in this round. The only thing that they do not need is any of it, well, for either Box or Jo to do something different here. It's not going to happen. Crimbo hitting a shot on Jo. Now it's up to Box in a 1-on-4 situation. He's hiding right beside the smoke, though, but it's not enough, though. Crimbo shuts him down, and that is 15-11 for alternate attacks. Map point. Yeah, and it's slippery right now for Nemiga. Nemiga, they are still quite alarmed, and alternate attacks. Well, after a dire start to Nemiga, alternate attacks, they have taken the spoon into the other hand, and now they're just showing themselves. Well, he's still being competent. We just need to focus on our game. Even though we're missing one of the core members, Jo. And Jo takes down Panics, and what a weird position for him to be in. And Skrunk, though, tries his best, though, to stay active over at lane. But that lane was way too slippery. And, well, talking about slippery slope, though, Prosus being one of the key players for the attack side. And it's a 4-on-3 situation for Nemiga. Still just utilities just raining above the bomb site. And Box hoping that he can getting into a better position. With 55 seconds left to go, Nemiga, they have changed their focus from A to B, and the B bomb site is occupied by Crystal. The occupants, the tenacity, the feel of securing this bomb site is crucial for Crystal. It's just one more round for alternate attacks to get this game into a third map. Lollipop, Box, Speedak, and MDS. Or what is standing in Crystal's, Prosus, and Crimbo's sight. And Crystal, well, an incredible feat still. Is now a 2-on-2 situation. MDS trying to seek out, well, actually not seek out information, but Box. They're actually standing pretty well, though. Is about the heroism now. Crimbo just searching for more. Oh, close was it? Well, it's not close enough. Now it's up to Prosus, but it's not going to happen. Box. 2 big kills. And Nemiga, they're still in it. Alternate attacks. We will definitely see a couple of pistol buys, or they will just say, well, yeah, screw it. We'll just have a full-out eco. And get a very efficient buy in the next round. So it'll be the efficient buy that we'll go for. He bought Flash. 3 players over at A. And MDS trying to be effective with a Molotov, and Box misses a Molotov. Doesn't even matter though. It's against pistols, but Nemiga, they're thinking about all the scenarios right now. It could be some kind of a weird buy, and yeah, well, seeing as it is right now, it is a 4-4 situation. The pistols are doing some work now. Vertigo, a dreadful map when you're playing against pistols. It's all about checking those corners. Seeing it is from MDS, and Jo is also on the top of his game, and there shouldn't be any more worries for Nemiga in this round. Surviving with 3 players is all that they need, but they could have gotten so much more if they had 5 men surviving. So Skrunk, after picking up an AK, still a good feat for alternate attacks. Shooting down 2 players, destroying some of the economy. And it's Nemiga's turn now to see if they can actually balance this out. So it's the time just ticking out. Skrunk with $5,700 in the bank, plus the loss bonus. Yeah, he is more than satisfied with that. I do believe that Panics can buy his own op. Nah, it's not going to happen. He will throw it happily over to Panics. So they are all settled now, alternate attacks. They just need one more round to secure a 3rd map. Nemiga, they need 2 more rounds to get into overtime. And that is where they hope that they can shut this down. Well, shutting it down is going to be a difficult one, though. And Skrunk being the first victim. And Prosus trying to be creative. But he did actually manage to get away from ramp. So he can be up with Panics. Prosus standing in behind the bomb site takes down one, though. Panics. He also came by. Well, talking about coming by, Panics with a double, and now it's a 3-on-2 situation. Well, talking about that 3-on-2, 2-on-2. Speedak removes the op, and they actually ran on top of each other. And Crystal, and that smoke should definitely tell it for Nemiga. And Crimbo trying to hunt for the last 2 remaining frags. That's not going to be. And now it is up to Crimbo in a 1-on-2 situation. And he did actually manage to tag Lollipop, as it was seen. Now it's still up to Crimbo. He can be the man. He can be the one. He can be the last player to secure alternate attacks this map. Lollipop and Speedak trying to figure out what the next move is going to be. And yep, they're doing the right thing. They are going to seek out the bomb site together instead of splitting up. And Crimbo, not being flashed, but Lollipop now in a 1-on-1 situation with Crimbo. Look at the time, and then Lollipop just sprints out, takes down Crimbo, and that is the 14th round for Nemiga. So alternate attacks, they had everything in order, but Nemiga, they're just telling otherwise. So the 14th round for Nemiga. Alternate attacks, their money is completely, it's not completely in the gutter. They can still manage to buy something, but it's not going to be as heavy as an op. Well, Crimbo can purchase an op. Oh, it's great. Technical. So technical, it means that I will head over to the cam instead, and I will try to figure out what is going on here. So it's just a technical. If you have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, please let me know in the chat. Furthermore, if you haven't done it yet, please move over to. I'm sorry about this. Please move your bots over to twitter.com/Esea. There you can follow them on their social media. They are responsible for all of this happening. And you haven't. And if you also want to, please follow me on Twitter, which is twitter.com/damage_CSGO. I can see that alternate attacks they are fulfilled, and we are just heading our little butts over to the server. So we're back at it, ladies and gentlemen. So the last man from alternate attacks have rejoined the server. And we're now on a journey. Nemiga haven't got their fingers crossed. Well, actually, having their fingers crossed for this round, because they need one more round for a O2. Sorry, for a OT. Well, Crystal just jumps directly down towards the lion's den, and Lollipop. Yeah, he had no idea what actually happened there. So the bomb is being isolated as we're seeing it. That smoke is not going to help them one single bit. And MDS, well, he actually had the plan of lurking around. But yeah, a Hail Mary strategy from alternate attacks have left them, or had led them into now having control over the bomb. And yeah, Panics destroying Lollipop. MDS and JO, they are what that's left. And Nemiga, it seems like that they are folding their cards, and also attacks. They can now take their first step now. Oh, sorry, their second step into securing the map, their own map pick. And we can move over to Inferno. Yeah, it's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. 16-14 for alternate attacks over Nemiga after a hard-hitting second map. I'll just move hastily over towards the cam. And yeah, what an exploding second map we just witnessed between alternate attacks and Nemiga. It just seemed like that Nemiga they had their foot on, or actually had their left foot in the door of securing Vertigo, but alternate attacks they switched it around after a very dramatic first half we saw between these two teams. And alternate attacks on that CT side, they looked more compelling. They looked like that the four-man core were just working together as usual. Usually. And yeah, and Prosus, out of nowhere, he took the means that was necessary into his own hands. He made some incredible shots, and he was also one of the main figures for alternate attacks, advancing to taking that next step and winning Vertigo. I will take a small break, and we will go over to the decided map, which is Inferno. I'm definitely looking forward to this to see what Nemiga has in store for us, and the same for alternate attacks. And yeah, I'll take a short break of 10 minutes time. I will be back with the third map here at Esea Premier Season 36 Europe.